heard it before. So much of life is about being in the right place at the right time. For the wood-burning artist behind Girlwood, that is exactly what it took to propel a talent into a career. MTN's Brandon Sullivan has the story in this week's Montana Made.
I have no particular affinity towards the flame. I just appreciate the medium. I think it's a lost art. This isn't something you can go to art school for and learn how to burn wood. This is something I had to sit down and go through every step of the process to figure out how to do it. And I'm still figuring out how to do it. I still don't think I have a clue a lot of times. My plan is to have no plan. I don't know how I want to do this yet. Because I think if you can get to the end result 15 different ways, I want to know every different way to get there. Like, I need to know that there's not just one way to accomplish it. Because the process is the most important part to me.
For the last 6 years, Melissa Burns has built something unique. Her work, which can be seen around Billings, also goes out across the country and into Canada.
Without other people seeing something that I couldn't see, I don't think I'd be here. Without Jim at Red Ox saying, this is your next step, this is where you need to be, and for 6 months me going, nah, I'm good, like, I'm fine. Now it's where I'm at, and he was right.
Her business is thriving, and she takes nothing for granted. For Melissa, the real process began with her dad. He gave her first art supplies. A general contractor by trade, when he would build something, she would take it apart and put it back together again. The two were inseparable.
He really kind of pushed me in that area where I don't think I would have pushed myself. After he passed, I found an old wood burning pen he bought me and I started using it, and it kind of propelled into Girlwood, and it's always been bittersweet for me because he was the one really pushing me, and I didn't want to, and now I have art shows, I have a gallery, I have art all over the place. And I have that part of me that feels like I wish he was here to see it, and it's not fair because he's the one who wanted me to do this. And now I'm doing it and he's not here to see it. But I've gotten to the point where I feel like that was his final gift to me, I think his final gift to me was this art. When he passed and I started doing this as a therapeutic measure to just lose myself in something so I didn't have to think about how bad my heart hurt without him. This was something I could do to move forward and move on. It just became something that I think translated into other people's lives in a way that I didn't expect, because for me Girlwood's my journey, and I feel like the wood burnings that come out are kind of like physical manifestations of lessons that I've learned. You don't realize how much you've grown until you see where you've come from. So I like to just move forward.
In Billings, Brandon Sullivan, MTN News.
And you can find a link to more of Melissa's work on our websites.